Okay, this is where we started the apartment number 4 renovation video series, and it's where we'll end it, in the stairway. It's got some marks and stuff, but that's to be expected, people moving in and out. I'm not gonna go. I was considering giving it a paint job, but it took us most of the year. We're into November now to get this done, dirty window, but I want to get this door. There's a few things left over, basically. Obviously, the floor is unacceptable. This door with this style of window and paneling is used upstairs, and I'll show you. I want to move this door inside. It's not really an outside door, an exterior door. So I want to get a steel insulated door for there and paint that in with a storm door in front of it. And we're going to put some new flooring at the entryway. And then come up the stairs and we'll carry that flooring out here. This is the flooring that we're talking about. I've stopped because I want to replace this door as well with a exterior door. But we just, I totaled out the receipts. We're in about $6,000 for material for this renovation, which will be roughly the final cost. It may be $6,500 after I get a door for here and a door for there, secondhand. I'm just waiting to see something go floating by on Facebook Marketplace. Then I'll do those, I'll install those, and at that time, before I put this one in, before I put the new one in, when this one's out, you know, we'll carry the flooring over there, and I'll do the same when that door is gone. I'll carry the flooring over to the door opening, because that needs some repair. Anyway, I didn't want to wait anymore, so you could imagine that, and this is the new laundry room. This apartment, this door goes now into our space here, so we come and go to do laundry from here, and the front door to apartment number 4 is there, but we got the new vinyl flooring in. We've got some overflow, fridge and a freezer. There's me in my pajamas. I'm gonna hang the mirror up. I got a couple, like Subway, I forget what they're called. It's like a shelf and a hanger bar in one. I'll put one, I think, here and here. Anyway, you have a place to put your shoes and hang a few coats, because just inside, you'd have to go to your bedroom to find a place to put that stuff. So this will work for taking off shoes and hanging up guests' coats and stuff like that. But we threw a few plants up to kind of brighten the spot a little bit. Here's our... I went through this whole wall, had this all torn open. There was a bump out here for a weird old sewer vent that we removed, all new Homosote, trimmed it all back out, moved the electrical, 220 outlets into the wall space. I left the 110 where they were out in conduit. That'll be fine for the use in this room so far. This room is going to get another major overhaul, but I got this stupid beadboard. Boy, I hate that shit. It fought me tooth and nail the whole way. Don't ever use this stuff if you can help it. It's a big pain in the asshole, but we made it submit here for our purposes. Here's our nice new washer and dryer, new to us, relatively new. I scooped these up for $400 for the pair, and they're actually over $500 each at Lowe's right now, so I was pleased with that. Although if you caught that video series, my wheel came off the work truck on my way to get these, and actually Katie had those running, but I didn't want to shout over the sound of it. Anyway, there was the small room here that was part of that old apartment that was a separate laundry space. So now we have a window in here, and I'm pretty pleased with how the utility room came out overall. So our front door, which is what you get a key to, you'll notice this door is that style like we talked about at the bottom of the stairs, or 3 horizontal panels, 3 horizontal lights. So that door at the bottom of the stairs, when I pull that out, I'm actually going to put it here. So there'll be a matched pair of wood interior doors, which is a better situation. I'll use this exterior door somewhere else. So that'll be how we do that. Oh, and I got some white vinyl, like car wrap vinyl, thick. I'm going to do a little body work. I'm going to pull this surround off the washing machine. It just worked out like this. It must have always, as a washer, been next to the dryer here. But in the position in the room that we wanted, this chipped up side is just kind of ugly. So I'll pull that shroud one of these days, and I'm just going to go around 1, 2, 3 sides of it with some gloss white vinyl, and then put it back on the machine. Hopefully that freshens the look of the machine up. If I don't get to that and I get a new machine first, I'll just put a new machine in there, which would be best case scenario. But here's our kitchen. All all enamel. Exterior paint, new hardware. Katie lined, first she painted the inside of all the cabinets, then she lined all the shelves, which is really nice. We got these enormous lower cabinets here, all lined. I did a little repair to the enamel on the sink, which was chipped. Just cleaned it real good with Goof Off. There was a big black splotch here and there, and there's one over here, so there it was right there. So it's not a perfect match, however, it's a lot better than it was. It's just, I cleaned it with a solvent, and I packed up some epoxy, made up some white epoxy putty, bright white plumber's epoxy putty with gloves on, so I didn't get any dirt in it. And then I just smeared around you know, got a film of it all over the bad spots, and then added enough epoxy dough to be a little higher than what we needed all the way around. I did miss, where is it? Some of this here, I didn't realize how far the chip went back while still appearing to be white, so I would do it differently in the future. But once it hardened after a few days, you could take a bastard file and float on this hard surface of enamel, or you could do this on a porcelain as well. Just float the file, which won't cut or scratch that, and just take off the material until you get the whole thing smooth, and then I actually sanded it up, and you could even polish it if you were nuts. But put a new shelf on here without that gingerbread BS on there. It's just a piece of crown molding. We stretched out this table, added a shelf. Even this drawer's got liner in it, and the top kind of goes with the sink top, which we're pretty happy about. Cleaned up the fridge. Katie went nuts on this, and scrubbed and used bleach. I don't know if we popped in there before, but it was pretty gross. They left a bunch of vegetables and stuff to rot down in there, so she got that scoured. And we got some furniture around, you know, that we had laying around, a little bit of fruit, a few pieces of decor, but again, inside here, some knots in there, which is kind of fun, I think. Not just totally whitewashed, but the shelves are nice and clear. And again, the plants kind of brighten the space up. Here's our repair that we did to the, you know, when we took out the heater. New fan lights. It's just, I had one I wanted a oil rub bronze, but I also wanted no nipple. It's difficult finding a cheap fan light that had no actual nipple on the globe, but we found it. We did it. Pantry cupboards. Got some shelves in here, so you can, they're not beautiful, but you can put the dog food in there, or larger items, what have you. Got another few more plants. We got this hanger system and shelf all trimmed out with some cove, which closed off that big gap there was, and Katie pulled all the wallpaper off this room. We did a bunch of repair. I love the texture that you see. You know, we got the smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector in. And here's where we went with the heater that was in the bath, or excuse me, in the kitchen. We got that painted with oil rub bronze while it was out, which accents these. I left these panels unchanged, which kind of accented them, but kept it in keeping with our new sort of motif, and a new flexible copper line over to where the gas comes up in the bottom of that cabinet there. And got our wall patch from the location of the old lower, like, forced air unit heater that was in here. This is still kind of fun, so we left that. And we're trading some of this hot air out to the laundry room from there a little bit, sort of take the edge off of the laundry room, keep it from freezing. Yeah, it turned out, and I got some poly shade on the top here just to darken that up. We did those shades, the plantation shutters and stuff too, and got something along the lines of that color for the shade on the window, and a few more little baskets and stuff in here. But then when I was done, this got a coating of the 2-part clear coat that comes in a can. Once again, living room, makes all that window trim pop to have a darker color in here. Painted the ceiling, and that's a fan light matched to the one in the kitchen. Bathroom, we're pretty pleased with. More of the same vinyl flooring, and everywhere little things like hinges and doorknobs are new throughout. The nose, unfortunately the floor is kind of weird in here, so that needed a stair nose on it, but that's all new. Anyway, cleaned up the tub. Katie went nuts on this as well, getting it all clean. There's some chips in it, but by and large, new escutcheon and faucets, and we traded out the mixing valve that was in the wall, and had to repair that hole there, which came out nice. Brand new toilet, super clean, super soft clothes. Katie's got a beautiful little tip on our toilet paper. And we got our sink stuck down to the vanity with a tiny little bead of clear caulk. We got a little bead of clear caulk across the back. Faucet's working like a charm. Drawers, totally missed the P-trap. And overall underneath is super clean. Can't get that to expose real nice, but basically the handles to the valves are all that sit, the shut-off valves are all that sit at the back here, and you can just turn those real easy. Can't even see my hand. There it is. Anyway, they're just real low key, and you're not going to bang bump into anything here and have it come apart, which is nice. And she's got liner in there. Real pleased here how everything came out. And got a few little pieces of decor to kind of tie everything together, and then obviously a little bit of a mirror to open up the space. Another cute little cheap trick to do in the other bedroom. Got some new flooring here, and we totally got rid of that stupid closet that was gross. So there you have it. Finn, thanks for watching. We'll see you.